Really, to me, life is the adventure. It's the uncertainty. It's the randomness in daily activities.
And I think the most crucial adventures are the experiences that are our firsts, where we get to experience that we're not so good at it, that we struggle with it, that we don't know what we're doing, and we get to laugh at ourselves, and then later on reflect back at the growth that we had along the journey.
It's the unexpected adventures in road trips, off the beaten path experiences.
Your first camping trip that you have in your backyard, to your first weekend out, to your first week-long trip out in the middle of nowhere, and there's no one around you, and you actually sit in silence and be alone and really start to dive deep into who you are as a human and why you're here on this earth.
It's the things that leave you completely affected at the end of the day. That's the true definition of adventure to me.
Hi, my name is Holly,
My name's Jonathan Wade Norvell,
also known as the Wild Yolo,
also known as the Yeti,
and this is my adventure story.
and this is my adventure story.
I had a life just like everyone else. I had a career, a 9-to-5, a house to take care of, vehicles, boat, all of those things that go along with it. So did Yeti. He had his whole life going on, and he lived in a separate area. And I got to a point where I just realized life was not heading down the direction that I felt like it should have been. I felt like for years there was something more out there for me.
I spent a lot of years dreaming of adventure, thirsting for something different. And the days I'm living in now, I realize those moments that I dreamed of then, I live now. And I know when it's time to tuck me away and people say their goodbyes to me, they're all gonna know that life was my ultimate adventure.
When I finally decided to make a change, I found Yeti on social media, Instagram specifically, and we both decided let's be adventure partners together. He wanted the same thing, and we just dove all in. Quit my job, moved down to where he was. We got rid of all of our things, moved into a tiny house cabin on National Forest. It was the start. It was 446 square feet, and it was the start of downsizing our life as far as items that owned us, that we didn't want to travel on our backs with us. A year and a half later, found that life was even too much. It was too big of a space. There was too much responsibility with the DirecTV and the cable and all that stuff, and we decided we didn't need any of that. We were going on trips and extending them from a weekend trip to a week-long trip to, let's pack for 2 days. Let's stay out for 2 weeks and see how we want to handle that. We would just roll with it and keep going and realize that life wanted us out there doing those things, and we enjoyed the heck out of it. So we just started extending our trips further and further to where we realized we were only going back to just go back out again. So we got rid of the cabin and decided to go full time out of the trailer and Jeep and just hit the road.
I get asked a lot on how do you become a full-time adventurist, and it really comes down to the same recipe I use in life for all my goals. I allow myself to dream big, dream so big that I'd have to grow into the man that can accomplish those goals. And really it starts with setting goals, making a plan, stop talking about it, and work on it every single day. With that, you can't lose because you're committed to it. You've really crossed the line from a dreamer to a doer at that point. And you chunk it out into small consumable tasks that eventually add up to crushing that goal. And before you know it, people will be approaching you, asking you, how do you do that? How do you become that? And that's when I realized that I was there. And with time, I gained strides. I covered ground, and I found myself living the life of my dreams.
I want people to use my life as an inspiration and a motivation to chase their dreams, to step out of their comfort zone, quit their job if they want to, and experience life, set goals, and go out there and crush them. Know that all they have to really do is believe in themselves and the path that they're on, and their goals and the situations might change, where they want to go and what they want to do. It's going to change along the way. It has for me every step of this journey. But just know that they can do whatever they want in life. I'm a great example of that. Yeti is too. We've just learned that we were stuck in the lives we had, and we set out to change them. And we're only going further and further in this life to just create the life that we want.
We're quite the opposite of wealthy. This is a part of my life where I own the least amount of things. I have what can be considered the lowest income. But it's how we go about being creative with that income or opportunity that allows us to outfit for our lifestyle. We don't have a bunch of fat in life. We don't have a bunch of BS overhead bills that really sucks away opportunity when you look at life. So when it comes to what we do, it's not new. There's tons of people doing what we do. History's full of people that do what we do. What sets us apart and makes us different is the level of passion in which we do it. It's clean and simple. We really are doing something we love.
I've chosen to live life differently, to live life this way, because if we only have one life, this is your one shot. It's the one shot I get to live it to the fullest, to experience all the things I want out of life. I don't want to look back when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old and have regrets and feel like I never really fully lived, that I just stayed stagnant and that I chose not to chase my dreams. So as soon as I decided that, I went all in on just living life the way I wanted to.
Those goals that seemed completely impossible in the beginning, when the dreams were so massive, the what ifs stopped you from ever thinking they were possible, now inspire you to do more, see more, and be more. And that's really how you live a life of adventure.